Hey, beautiful soul. So I've been trying to post videos for the last few days, and I don't know, the apps have not been working for me to post, and so let's cross our fingers that this one does. But today I want to talk to you about the biggest illusion in this world, and that's money. And I know some of you are going to be like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. It's not an illusion. We need money for this, for that. And if you're in that stage specifically, I want you to listen to this, right? If you're past that stage and you're kind of more awakened, quote unquote, this is going to resonate with you on a deeper level. So here's the thing. The more you are tapped into the lack of not having enough, right? We're not even going to talk about money for a second. Just tapped into that space of not having enough, of I'm not good enough, of the lack of I don't have enough in my life, and like really tap into that scarcity. Money is always going to control aspects of your life that make you feel like pretty much like you're always chasing something and it's never attainable, right? So this is why I say money is an illusion, and it is. Money is nothing but an energy. It's nothing but an energy, right? If you look at a piece of paper that we call money, a note, a coin, it has the only value it has is the one that we've placed on it, right? The reason why it carries so much value in our lives is the energy that is behind it, the energy that we give it, the energy that the world has given it. And when you understand that your entire life you were taught to be controlled and to be in this place of lack and scarcity, to chase this thing called money, and then you take your power back, you realize that, well, money is nothing. It was just an illusion. I was never chasing the money. I was actually chasing something else. So most likely, when you ask yourself, the money is just a catalyst or just a product that you need for something else. I need money to have X life. I need money to have more freedom. I need money for to buy the things for my children, whatever it may be, right? It's just the means that you need to live a life. But when you start to focus on the actual thing, you start to understand true happiness of life. And then that's when you tap into the abundance, right? So when we talk about abundance and abundance mindset, it's nothing more than switching your frequency into knowing that money is an illusion. It doesn't control you. You control everything that you are receiving in your life. So when you start to understand this concept of living abundantly is nothing but a mindset, it's an energetic shift, a shift in frequency, you start to attract the abundance, aka money, freedom, whatever abundance means for you, love, more easily into your life. And the aspects of you, the old versions of you that were rooted in being controlled by money, by lack, by scarcity, by the thought that you're not good enough, start to pull away, right? They don't have control over you because you no longer believe them. You only can stay in the state of lack and scarcity up until the point that you believe it, right? And when in the moments that you believe it, let's talk about this. In the moments that you believe it, the programming around you is so amazingly created to keep you in that way, right? So it's like you go on social media and you see all of these things about like how the world is like horrible right now, and like everything's so hard, and it's so hard to make money, and it's so hard to pay for everything, and it's like your brain just stays tapped into that. Your subconscious like, yeah, see, like it's so hard for me to like make money, or it's so hard for me to hold money in my hands. And, you know, maybe then you're seeing more videos about, like, I made money, like, very quickly. And then, like, you start to try all of these things. And you're still being controlled by the money, right? as long as you're being controlled by the material, and it doesn't have to be money, it could be anything else. It could be a relationship too, right? Like it could be a person too. As long as you're giving your power away to another entity, you will not be in control of your life. Everything else is going to control your life, and you won't be in the frequency of abundance. For you to be in the frequency of abundance, you first have to call your power in and know that you are sovereign, right? Your connection to God, to the creator, to the universe, to your higher self, whatever that is for you, is the only truth. But not only that, that is the only thing that is dictating your life. Everything else is an illusion. And today we're talking about how money is an illusion. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because like on social media, even on TV, and like I just see like so many more people like going out there trying to like tell people like, oh, like this isn't a good way to make money. You should make money like this. Like the messaging, right? The marketing behind trying to get people to do different things to make money because they are just trying to make money from you. And people fall for this. And a lot of people fall for it and lose money. And my message to you is this. When you're passionate about something, like you're really passionate, like your soul is ignited, and you do that thing from that place, you will always be compensated. Because here's the thing, we are being compensated because we exist. We get paid because we exist. God created us in this world, and because we live in this world and we are protected and loved by God, we will always be taken care of. Like always. For you to ground into that belief, you need to also know that like you don't need to chase anything. Whether that's money, whether that's a relationship, whether that's any other, materialistic thing that you may be chasing, you don't need to chase anything. It will simply come into your reality when you shift your frequency, right? And in order for you to do that, you need to follow the things that you're passionate about. When you're passionate about something, like truly passionate about it, and you don't care about like the other aspects of it, those things will just flow into you because you are now an energetically match for those things, right? I'm going to give you an example. For example, let's say you're starting a business and like you're like, where am I going to get the money from? And you're still in this mindset of lack, and you keep focusing on the lack. You're only attracting the lack. Like the lack is still controlling you. So what you need to do is you need to go inside and figure out where is that lack coming from, what is the story that it's creating, and how do I shift from that place to my new reality? What does it take for me to shift, right? Like there's an embodiment process, right? And a lot of it is letting go of fear, and a lot of it is letting go of doubt. A lot of it is embracing doing things that you've always wanted to do, but you've been scared of. So over the summer, I took this course called Unlimited by Derek Grant. If you don't follow Derek Grant, please follow him. He is freaking amazing. He's a coach, and the way he teaches this stuff is just, I think, new age in a way that like it's so modern yet so practical, and he really gets down to like the things that you need to do to actually shift your life. And I completely shifted in those like 12 weeks that I took that course, and then beyond that, because I keep remembering the things that I practiced. So anyways, I took this course, and there was somebody on that call, in that coaching group in the course, and he had mentioned how his entire life he wanted to be a singer. He was always so passionate about it, but he didn't have the courage to pursue it. And he also was making up these stories about like, well, I'm not going to make money as an artist initially, so I need to do all these things. So he put his like music career on the side. And as we're in the course, he realized that he was like crushing his soul. He was crushing his passion, and he didn't want to go into music because he was chasing money. He wanted to go into creating music and writing music and singing because that was his passion. And that ignited his soul, and that made him feel alive. So in order for him to get there to the place of like, I'm just going to create music, like F it, he had to get through so much fear. He had to get into a place of like, I need to overcome these fears and these stories that I've been telling myself that aren't true. He needed to take his power back. He needed to push those stories and like pretty much delete them from his subconscious that told him that he can't make music, or he shouldn't make music, or whatever fears he had around it, right? And this was the same thing for me when I wrote my book. Like, I kept my book in the stage of editing for about like 5 to 6 months, guys, before I pushed it out, because I was too afraid that it wasn't a good book. It wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. Like, all of these things that I was tying to it. And also thinking like, well, I'm going to put this book out there, but I'm going to make no money off of it because I don't think people really want to read it, right? Like, I put that energy out there initially with my book. And it took me a long time to move the needle to understand that the book that I wrote was a passion of mine. Like, it came from a place of like service, right? I wasn't even going to publish this book or even write it. Forget about publish, like even write it, because it's a very vulnerable story of my entire life of how I became a mother. And there's things in that book that are so private and so personal and also very dark, like dark parts of me that come up in that book that I wouldn't even share with the closest people in my life. Like, it took me a long time to even share with those people. So for me to put that out in the public and in the world was a very, very, very big deal, but I needed to overcome a lot of fears. And the reason why I'm telling you this, to go back to the original message that I had here, because I feel like I'm going in a tangent, it's all tied, but I want to dial back in, right? The original message of the biggest illusion in this world is money. Is this. It's because we're so programmed to do things that, and like programmed to be in this space of like, I'm going to do all of the things that I can make money, and then take the money and use the money for something else. And like, you know, like, for example, I'm going to go to college, and then I'm going to get a job, and then I'm going to use the job to pay for a house. And then I'm gonna use the job, the money I make from the job, to blah, blah, blah. And it's like we're pretty much not even happy in this job, right? Like, we're just not happy, but we just continue to do it because we feel like we have to. We're being controlled by a system that's telling us things that are not true. They're an illusion. They're keeping us controlled because we think that we need money to live a happy life. So if you're in this place of like just feeling like the lack and kind of the stress and the frustration of like, I've been trying so hard to break through and it's not working, I want you to understand that your frustration, your stress is only attracting more of the frustration and the stress, the situations that are giving you frustration and stress. In order for you to move that and to be in a place of like infinite possibilities, you need to shift your mindset and understand that there's infinite possibilities for you to attract abundance into your life. Money is just one aspect of that, right? And when you can do that, when you can actually go within and do that work, everything else opens up for you, because now you have taken the control back, you've taken the power back, and you start to focus on the things that truly make you happy, right? Happiness is when we are so deeply aligned with the things that we are passionate about, and we continue to do that. Perfect example for me, I love leading meditations. I love leading mindfulness type of things, like classes, I love to help other women that are going through their motherhood journey. And I have started to create programs and like support groups that are absolutely free. Absolutely free. There's no money attached to it. And I'm not doing it because I'm making money from it. I'm doing it from a place of service. And when I finish those calls, when I finish those sessions, I feel so happy, so fulfilled that I never felt in my entire life. And I've had many jobs. I worked in management consulting. I worked in like finance. I worked many jobs where I was making a lot of money. And the feeling that I get from this one thing, from these things that I do, or I'm not making that much money, or I'm not making money at all, helps me understand the truth of this world, right? Like, it's like we're tapped into or we're programmed to think that the truth is if I have more money, I'm going to be happy, or if I can just make more, I'll be able to do more, that will bring me happiness. But that's all an illusion. That's there to keep you trapped in the illusion, to keep you trapped in the system. It's time to break away from it. And if you're already here, if you're on the side of like being awakened, and you feel like you keep going back and forth, understand that on this side, the side where you have already started to let go of a lot, things will get better as you align more with it, as you ground more with the energy and the frequency of abundance, right? When you start to strip away from the illusion and strip away from everything that is an illusion. And I'm going to talk in the next soul chat, I'm going to talk about attachments and how to detach and like what that all means in the spiritual world. But for today, I just want you to remember that. Like, don't do something because you think you're going to make a lot of money. Do something because you are really, really excited about it, or you're really, really passionate about it. I don't even want to say excited, but like you're just really passionate about it. Like you're just really like from your soul know that like this is the one thing that you were put onto earth to do. Like that example I gave you of that guy, he loved to sing. For me, it's the writing, the service to other women. For you, it could be anything. I mean, maybe you always wanted to be an artist, and now is the time that you start to do it. Like, just put it out there. Maybe you want to be a content creator. Maybe you want to create videos. Maybe you want to be a tarot reader. I don't know. Whatever it is, follow your passions first. The money will follow. The abundance will follow because your frequency will change. And money is nothing but a frequency. I love you all so much.